Kar Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Hawa, Brakatah Hawa Shai, Brakatah Hawa, Brakatah Hawa Shai, Brakatah Hawa, Brakatah Hawa Shai, the water, Abba, Papa, Kar Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders apostles, great millstone that teaches truth, the 100% truth according to the Bible. Title of this lesson today is going to be E going through it. And we're talking about it as a whole, man. And clear evidence of that, which kind of inspired me to do this lesson this morning, is the presidential debate. And it's pretty much like a pretty much it's like a SNL skit, like a Saturday Night Live skit. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But let me hit this video real quick. Sky News Australia.
Physically or emotionally.
Hold on, Shalakia. Shalakia. That's my last lesson. The title of this lesson is called Babylon is Falling. And like I said, it's based off the presidential debate from last night. And this is only for educational purposes only and entertainment purposes only. Fair use. It's almost like an SNL skit, man. Just watching that debate last night. Anybody that watched, I'm just kind of going through it. I didn't see the debate, but it's kind of been going through the news and catching bits and pieces of it.
Let's return to the presidential debate. As I said earlier, it was elder abuse playing out on our TV screens. But let's get a local perspective. Bo Davidson is the host of The Bo Show. He joins me from Florida. Bo, thank you so much for joining us. How would you describe that debate?
Danica, that was a rare, extremely unique moment in not just U.S. television history, but maybe world television history. What we all just witnessed was something truly remarkable that I don't think has happened before. This was an epic meltdown and a blowout, if you want to consider the competition of Trump versus Biden. But what we saw was an epic breakdown and meltdown of an entire campaign and of an entire candidate. What I think is equally troubling is that this is the man that is currently running the United States of America. We're talking about November and what's going to be happening and what candidate we should be choosing. But this is the man we saw tonight that is actually running the United States. And that is entirely problematic, and it should trouble not just those Americans like myself, but it should trouble the world.
You're right, it is extremely problematic, and I've described it as like elder abuse. I mean, this is a man who is clearly sick and unwell, yet wants to go for another round. And this is one of those uncomfortable moments.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look
at how Trump looking
we
at
finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden.
Though from the moment he opened his mouth, it all went downhill. Would you agree?
I would completely agree. We beat Medicare. No, he needs Medicare. You're 100% right, Danica. This is elder abuse. And what we're seeing is a man who's not competent. He came out right out of the gate. His voice was feeble. They said afterwards he had a cold. I don't even know if I believe that. I think this is just the mental state that he's in. So he came out weak. He fumbled over numbers, trillions versus billions, thousands versus hundreds. He couldn't get his facts straight. He froze. We've been told he's not been freezing in these moments that we've seen lately. What we saw tonight was he absolutely froze. He looked confused. He had a deadpan stare. And in that split screen, we can just see one candidate is competent, ready, agile, prepared. The other candidate doesn't know what he's saying. And I think we know, Danica, that the best line of the night was after Biden spoke, Trump said, I don't know what he said, and I don't think he knows what he said. That's the line of the night, and it encapsulates the entire 90 minutes. You didn't have to have your audio on at all when you're watching this debate to understand who won it. It's visually so compelling who won it without hearing anything. And I think that the Trump campaign They're going to run with it.
Well, he's kind of going overboard. Really, both of them, man. One is a lunatic, and the other one is, damn near lost his mind, But this is what we have left, here in Babylon the Great, man. And the Lord is making a mockery of this place. This is the best that they can come up with, and it's showing the cognitive decline of this nation, man. If this is the best that they come up with, it shows you how corrupt this place is, because only, it's all run by money. And really the oligarchs, they select and put in there who they want to put in there. So all these great minds that they can come up with, and that's what the best that they can do. And one is a criminal, and the other one is crazy as hell. So, lost his damn minds. But so Babylon is falling, man. Babylon is coming to naught, coming to an end. So start off in the prophet Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 2 and 3. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. Who's that counsel? That's this government, man. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And that's what they all really do. They go back on the left-hand side and conjure up these spirits, man, to guide them. But they don't realize that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua controls those spirits, man, and use those spirits to misguide them and mislead them to their destruction. So, the Lord allowed them, spirits to allow them to get to where they are, to be that whipping stick, that hammer of the earth, man. Now he's taking his power from this devil, man. Prophet Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 7, concerning Edom. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? So there's no more wisdom, man. No more wise counsel. And this is supposed to be the leaders, the two candidates to be leaders of the most powerful nation on earth. Ain't going to finish off. It's not going to be a long lesson. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 8, 9, and 12. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, and all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of the men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. So they orchestrated a lot of these violence, these gang violence and shit that's going on in our neighborhoods. They broke up our homes. They go back to Rosewood. They still won't give them reparations for what they done to that Rosewood. Well, I think it's Rosewood might have got a little bit of reparations, but it's not what it's supposed to be. But Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, they still won't give reparations to the surviving victims. They like damn near 100 years old, man. They still won't break them off, So for the violence of the land and the city and all that dwell therein, woe unto them that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, and he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. So they can't hide from what's about to come, man. These devils can't hide that the Lord and those chariots are coming down, and they're going to bring total destruction to this place. He's setting them up for that great fall. In verse 12, woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood, and established a city by iniquity. And so this whole place over here in Babylon the Great was built on blood, man, of the northern tribes that they came over here and totally tried to decimate. Really was it was a genocide that was committed on them. And then they brought over the southern kingdom, and look at all the atrocities that was done against them, man. A lot of bloodshed, And all these towns and cities were built on the backs and hard labor and the blood of our ancestors, man. And still is to this day. And look what the Lord said, woe. Woe means destruction. But yeah, it's coming to an end, you know. Them heydays, you know, ain't no such thing as going to build it back again and all that bullshit, man. This shit is gone, man. The Lord is going to come back and going to wipe this place clean. It's going to scorch this place, man. So with that being said, man, all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, we pray for the Lord's return, that he may be magnified and gloried, you know, throughout the whole earth, that all may worship his name. That being said, pray this lesson was edifying. With that, say shalom.